What's going on, family? This your brother, Real Adele RLB, with another You Know video. In this next video, I want to be talking about a case coming out of the Bay Area. This case was back in February, but the police have partially just released part of the body cam footage of our young brother named Willie McCoy. He was an aspiring rapper out of the Bay Area. And I don't know if he had some type of sleep disorder or whatever, but he fell asleep at a Taco Bell's drive-thru. And when the police encountered him and tried to wake him up, unfortunately, when he woke up, he was greeted to his demise, to his death. It's unfortunate. The cops, it was 6 cops in total, and they shot him 21 times. But I'm going to play the video, and I'm going to come back with my commentary.
Vallejo police responded to a 911 call. A driver, later identified as 20-year-old Willie McCoy, passed out in his Mercedes at the Taco Bell drive-thru. Police say he had a handgun in his lap. Responding officers try to come up with a tactic to remove the firearm.
Thinking we snatch him out. I don't even want to give him a chance. I'm going to go in there, I'm going to grab that gun, and I'll yank him out. If he reaches for it, yep. That's my clear. Okay, this car's a drive. Okay.
The car doors were locked, so officers came up with another plan. They drove their patrol cars to block McCoy's car. As they were doing that, they say McCoy, a local rapper, woke up. KPIX5 has decided not to show the shooting given the graphic nature. Now, between yelling out the commands and the shooting, it was within 4 seconds. McCoy's family attorney says he was shot 21 times.
When he woke up, you can see in the video that he leans forward. His left elbow and shoulder dipped towards his lap where the gun was at. He was reaching for the gun, and at that point, the officers shot him.
Attorney John Burr says the police made an assumption.
At no point in time did he lift his arm with a gun in it. No one sees that.
It's an execution by a firing squad.
The family says the officers used the wrong tactic. They point out San Francisco police and other Bay Area departments use the practice of time and distance. They say the Vallejo officer should have stayed back a safe distance and woken McCoy up with a loudspeaker to give him a chance to surrender.
The fact that he had a gun in and of itself is not a death warrant. You don't get to kill somebody just because they have a gun.
McCoy's family will file a lawsuit against those police officers and the Vallejo Police Department. There are active investigations right now into the shooting. But Veronica, the police department says all of those 6 officers are back on full duty.
What's going on, family? I'm back. And as you seen in that video, 20-year-old aspiring rapper Willie McCoy fell asleep at the drive-thru, and he ended up, he didn't even see it coming. And then that was so unfortunate because the police know how to handle certain situations. They're trained to handle situations like that. But as you can see in that video, a lot of these police officers, man, don't have the best interests. See, we got to understand, this is war. As far as us, black men, we are the #1 people getting attacked by these race soldiers that's posing as law enforcement. These people don't have nothing good intended for us. See, they come in our neighborhoods, they come in our areas to patrol us. Back in the day, KRS-One had a song talking about overseer. Overseer is the officer. The slave overseer today is the police officer that goes around our community and supposed to be protectors and servers, protectors and to protect and serve our community, but they're nothing like that. And if you didn't notice, one of the police officers was like, I don't want to give him a chance. That was code language. In the back of their mind, they already was ready to be hostile towards this young man. See, they could have easily went on a loudspeaker and woke him up, but they handled it as a red threat, like threat alert, threat alert. That's how they handled the brother while he was asleep. They could have easily handled it totally different, but they handled it as a militaristic type of. That was a straight. What you saw on that film was a straight execution of a young brother that didn't see it coming. He was blindsided. Of course, if you hear somebody yelling at you, you're gonna be, and you're just waking up, you're gonna be shook. As soon as he woke up, they took it as, oh, he's reaching for his gun. Bow, 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 bow. You know what I'm saying? They do it all the time, man. They do it all the time, man. You know, this is nothing new. This is not a new story when it comes to black brothers getting gunned down because a police officer thought. And I believe the police chief said that he linked Ford, which was some bullshit. See, you got to understand the white supremacists stay on code. And the reason why I'm using the words white supremacists, because we got to understand white supremacists already have infiltrated law enforcement. That is already documented. It's already known. But they're not going to do shit about it. And even if you have some of these black police officers, they are in only two. It's no different. But that's unfortunate, man. That little brother, that young brother had to lose his life like that, man. Young brother. Having a gun is not illegal. Hell, you can search the internet and see white boys walking around with their piece all day. Nobody come to them, attack them, tell them, use them as a threat, look at them as a threat. When these are the motherfuckers that go in schools, shooting up schools all the damn time, when they get angry, even at gang conventions, they'll shoot up a gang convention because they're cowards. They're cowards. And you know what they're trying to do is take out the warrior class, the young. You're taking out the black warrior class, the young black man, you know. And it's unfortunate in America when you my color or darker, you are a threat. You are a threat in this system. And us as black folk, we have to understand that. We need to stop letting our guard down. Stop believing this bullshit that they feeding us, man. This is war with them. The way they handled that situation could have been way, way differently. I done seen videos on the internet where it was actual white people with the gun in their hand walking up on them. You know? I done seen it. And they still was able to arrest this person and take him into custody. Hell, in my city, Chicago, young brother Laquan McDonald was killed by a race soldier. Walking away from the police officer tried to lie and say, I thought he was going to swing towards me. He put 16 bullets in that young brother. Hell, it don't take 16 bullets to kill a fucking rhinoceros probably. So that shows you how they think of us. They think of us as animals, savages. And unfortunately, a lot of our music perpetuate the dumb shit. A lot of the shit you see on TV, but we all know, us as conscious brothers and sisters, people that's aware, black first people, we understand that the attacks that comes our way. We understand this. But my prayers is up to the family of Willie, this young brother Willie. You know what I'm saying? It's unfortunate that Willie McCoy had to lose his life the way he did. And let this be an example, man. Because you got coon Negroes out here that say, well, if he wouldn't have had a gun, man, fuck that. It's not illegal to have a gun. Shit, he probably had a gun because, shit, you can carry a gun. It's the Second Amendment right. The young brother fell asleep. I mean, he probably had a sleep condition. I'm not sure on that, but it's unfortunate the way they handled that situation. And I think all those officers, because they said they're back on full duty, all them officers should lose their fucking job the way they handled that situation. But unfortunately, we live in a system of white supremacy. And us as black folks, we're the prime target of this. We're the first to get criminalized, the first to get shot down in the street. You know? And it's sad, man. It's sad, man. See, black folk, we need to stay on code with our own. And stop allowing these people to treat us the way they treat us. Police come in our neighborhood and do whatever the fuck they want to do. Neighborhoods that they had never, outside of their job, they'll never come in. They'll never come in and do some type of community work or nothing. But they'll sure come in here to terrorize us and say that we criminals. All brothers is not criminals. Yeah, you got people that be on bullshit, but that ain't us. That ain't us as a group. That ain't us as a whole. But I ain't gonna be on here too much longer, family, because that's kind of upsetting, man. That kind of upset me. But with that said, family, stay cool, stay blessed, stay black.
How many brothers fell victim to the street? Rest in peace, young nigga. There's a heaven for you. Be alive if I told you that I never thought of that. My niggas, we the last ones left. But life goes on. How many brothers fell victim to the street? Rest in peace, young nigga. There's a heaven for you. Be alive if I told you that I never thought of that. My niggas, we the last ones left.